is a Woodside Church video.
Hi, it's great to have this opportunity to just send this message to the Woodside Church family. What I'd love to do is talk to you about the encouraging news that we want to share about how we return back to sort of normal Sunday mornings. The signs are looking very encouraging from the vaccination process and all the other information that we are learning to absorb at these times. We want to be sensible about this process. We want to have really a phased return, looking at how we begin to connect on Sundays with one another and create a path to returning, we trust, to the normal way that we would express ourselves on Sunday mornings as soon as we can. We're also talking with the local council and getting advice from them on how we partner in our local community to really minimise risk, of course, but also to look to engage and connect with one another as soon as we can. So the phased return looks something like this. On April the 18th, that's Sunday, April the 18th, we will be opening up the Dover Crescent building for a in-person services or in-person service. In fact, whether there's one or two services yet, we haven't quite decided. In fact, we're going to be sending a survey round to the whole church family, which we'd love people just to give some response to give us a bit of a feel for the sort of numbers that we need to cater for in this beginning phase. We can actually gather up to 60 people with social distancing in a single meeting. And so we just want to get a feel for should we be running one meeting or two meetings. And so it'd be really helpful if you could complete that survey, which will be coming out to you in due course. Also, just want to mention that we're in conversation with the Great Denham Community Hall. They've been great. We have a really good relationship with the team there. They are not at a position yet to feel comfortable to open up the building in a way that we would require it to use it from April the 18th. And so initially we are going to be holding our services for Woodside Church, whether you're east or west or wherever you come from, wherever you live or wherever you connect, the Dover Crescent meeting will be available for you. And in fact, what we're going to be doing at the beginning of this phase is we're going to be having music and led worship. Of course, they won't be singing at this stage, but there'll be a live band or live musicians, and we also have a live preach. And so it will feel very much like a normal service in that respect. So, of course, there'll be no kids' work or anything like that at this stage. We're just going to begin to walk in this first phase. Now, the plan is that this will be the beginning of opening up and returning to normal Sunday church life that we are so used to and we miss so much. And so over the coming weeks and months, we'll be looking at how we do that. Particularly, we'll be looking at the dates and the plans and the guidelines that the government are using. And a key one for us is going to be the June 21st date, which from that date, we're told at the moment that all restrictions will be taken away. We need to get closer to that date to know exactly what that means. But it's likely that on June, Sunday the 27th, we will have a more normal Sunday morning experience. We will be able to have our full capacity, we believe. We may even be able to sing, although we're not sure on those sorts of details yet. But the signs are very, very encouraging for that. So please pencil in your diary, Sunday the 27th of June. That we're hoping to be a really important part of the process when we return. We're not going to rush with running all our activities that we would normally do. We're just going to take it a phase at a time and a step at a time and really assess things as we go along the journey together. During this period, we realise that not everyone will will either be able to or will want to come straight back to Sunday mornings. They may be waiting for their second vaccination or other instructions following the government's guidelines, which is completely fine, of course. And so during this process and during the season, we will, of course, continue our online service, and we will run these things in parallel until it becomes clear on what the future looks like and the timing of everything. But we're certainly hopeful that it won't be too long that we are back to a normal Sunday morning and we can gather and connect in the way that we so long to do. So I hope that's clear. That's April the 18th is the key date. That's when we start in-person services. But it will be live preaching, live musicians. It will feel great, I think. I'm really looking forward to those Sundays. Are beginning to feel a little bit like normal, although that's just the beginning. We will then will walk on that journey together. But one question we are asking is how many services do we run from that Sunday? So there will be a survey out shortly. Please look at that and please get back to us. And we'd love to hear from you as we serve you in these strange times, but these times where we're beginning to see light at the end of the tunnel. So hopefully we're not too far away from getting back to where we all want to be. That's it from me. I hope this has been helpful. If you've got any further questions, just please drop me an email, martin.tibbett@woodsidechurch.com. I'd love to answer any questions you may have, but that's where we are at the moment. Great. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for joining us. For more information, visit woodsidechurch.com or follow us on social media.